All right, so for this one, it says a circus spectator is sitting in the bleachers, so her line of sight is at the safety net, which is 10 feet above the ground. All right, so I know that there is a safety net 10 feet above the ground. So I'm going to draw my ground, perfectly drawn ground. And then I know there's a blue safety net 10 feet above that. Okay. The trapeze platform is 80 feet away from her. So that her line of sight is at the safety net, which is 10 feet above the ground. So let's draw her. She's here. And she's sitting in the stands. Right? She's sitting in the bleachers. And the distance from here to here is 10 feet. That's the safety net. And then the distance from here to here is 80 feet. And it rises 40 feet above the ground, 30 feet above the net. So the trapeze artist is up here, which is 30 feet, with a total of 40 feet. Find the angle her eyes make when the performer launches. So we have this really big right triangle. So if I sketch this over here, I have a right triangle that looks like this, where this is 90 degrees. They want us to find the angle her eyes make, so I'm going to call this theta. I know that this is 30 and this is 80. Well, from this angle, this is the opposite. This is actually easier than I thought it would be. And then what is this side here? The adjacent. It's not the hypotenuse. The hypotenuse is across from the 90-degree angle. So when I think in terms of SOHCAHTOA, the biggest challenge in these trig problems is finding the right trigonometric function. I have the opposite and the adjacent. Well, that's tangent, isn't it? So I'm going to say that tangent of theta is equal to the opposite over the adjacent. And then at some point, I'm going to skip ahead, and I'm going to say that theta is equal to the inverse tangent of the opposite, which is 30 over 80. So now I'm going to plug that in my handy-dandy calculator. I'm going to go to, if you're in, this is Desmos, by the way. The inverse of, was it 30 over 80? Is that what it was? Let me double check. Yeah, 30 over 80. 20.556, right? 20.556. So then I got to look and see what are the significant digits, where there's 2 significant digits, 2 significant digits, 2 significant digits. So if I go back, I'm going to say about 21 degrees, right? Because it's 2 significant digits, which means I round to 21. So you would say theta is about 21 degrees. Okay. How many of you guys got that? Raise your hands. Well, maybe you don't have to raise your hand. Okay. How many? Let me ask a better question. After seeing how I wrote it out and everything, how many of you think you could do that again on a test? Okay. Who has a question? Anybody have any questions on what I did or how I did it?